let me. A girl getting on here saying the gay ritual, the gay ritual between T.D. Jackson and P Diddy. For number one, you taking that picture the wrong way. Mace trying to mess with a lot of people's heads. You know, they on the beach and they thinking together. They thinking of a master plan. They strategizing. But P Diddy told me to go pick up a book. So so you don't know what's going on in that picture and the details that's going. You assuming things. Don't call somebody gay and you assuming things. Mace is playing with the society head. That's what Mace doing. Mace is playing with the society head. And those are the things that what you think you know. That picture can mean so much. They on the beach and they strategize in their mind together as a bad boy and as T.D. Jackson as his enterprise. So if you catch those people together in those format, him and T.D. Jackson is not always what you think. Start with your name. Mace is trying to destroy the character of P. Diddy, to understand, to confuse the rumors. And you have to understand, just stop being sarcastic right now. It's trying to destroy the character of it. Right? And don't say things that you don't put. Mace is trying to destroy the character off that they get his numbers up. Certain individuals will get their numbers up. But those things, the thing I didn't like about Mace, he didn't know who he wanted to be with. He leaving the game. He said he taking this. He didn't know who wanted to be. He wanted to sign with G Unit. He confused the public, and he had no loyalty. And that's what you got to understand. You have no loyalty. Mace have no loyalty. And you talking about you can take, no, like Pete Diddy, the only one that kept his head in the game while you taking breaks. So you have no loyalty, you have no consistency as an artist. And I don't think Mace did anything. He haven't did nothing. He really haven't did nothing just to put out albums. He haven't proved that he's the best. And he's not on the same level as Wayne physically. If you consider your best, you got to stay in the game. They got some of these artists that left the game that gave other people a chance to do it. And you got your R&B groups that, if you got R&B groups that didn't sell consistency because of 3LW gonna be the main problem in this situation where she was on a thing with B2K and one of the other people because of how men act. In those format plans, let me tell you something I would have did. If I was on that tour bus and I had my own tour bus, I'd be on my little computer doing marketing, doing stuff, finding other things to do on my little computer, on my tour bus, on my jet, finding things to do in that format to help out other organizations and businesses. It just trying to, it got data, take datas, it got all of these things. There's so many things that I can do when I'm on a road or on a plane and doing things or wherever I'm at. And I think if 3LW talked about these things and talked about this, but they wasn't strategizing. The mindset of, we talk about this. We talk about these things. And she talked about she really needed those things in those format, right? 3LW talked about it, right? So I don't think they had a team around them to show them how to do strategy. That means you're not going out there to get a job. That means you're interacting with other businesses to keep your money going. You know, I can be on tour and I can be on the bus for like me. I'm working a part-time job at Amazon Prime or whatever it is, store Walmart to take that off, okay? And I'm working there to get a little extra money. You're not strategizing in that form play as an artist to get where you're trying to go and where you're trying to go. You depend on those certain things and those drive to get where you're trying to go. You think you want on those things, right? So I hear all these stories about 3LW. They went on to try to get on the tour bus, but I think it was the management was the problem with 3LW, because they would, if they would have known how to strategize, they would have been bigger than any one of them. Those are the things that we have to understand in those, and we have to understand in those formats, right? And the concept of those things, and those 3LW could have been bigger than any of aspect of it. But if they would have strategized, how can we understand it? I don't think, I love 3LW. Strategy wasn't different. If you say you really needed this tour, but you needed to not just focus on music as an artist, you would have been bigger. You would have been up there with Destiny Child and all the rest. And you there with Destiny Child, but not at that higher level. You like at the second command of Destiny Child. And let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you something. 3LW on the passenger side, sitting on his place. No, I had a girl. Let me tell you where I have to understand with 3LW that I don't like about him. No, TLC. Let me get that right. TLC. I didn't like about that. And I'm gonna tell you a situation. All of my relationship, and that I didn't, T.I. wife wrote that thing. And I wanna tell you something with that. And I didn't like about those things of the group tells, and I'm gonna tell you what I have experienced. I'm gonna tell you what I have experienced, and we're gonna put them in the mix with this situation. Because if you allow people to determine your outcome, allow other women to get on songs because they pitch for a higher value. Now we're gonna talk about this, guys. We got something we need to talk about. TLC said something about, because T.I. wife were no scrubs. And let me tell you something. They can say what they want, because if I'm sitting on the passenger side of anybody, my girl is hugging me from the back of the passenger side. And they got their girlfriend, and they live their little fiction. And T.I. wife wrote that song. It wasn't actually what they was living, but the thing is, we can get love to the same person that's in the car with their friend. If it's a guy friend or whatever, they can get love too and understand those things. But TLC is the type of group that was a negative vibe. That was a negative song, and what those things is and those formats. It was a negative song that discussed those things. And I didn't believe in that, and I didn't let that get to me, because I know when I get in the car and I go to the movies, when I'm a teenager, if my parents or anybody driving us off at the movie, and I'm sitting in the seat and my girl can hug me from the back, and we don't care about other things. But these people up there putting that environment out, that mindset, and we don't know the environment that TLC was around, and especially T.I. wife. She created the song. So what was her problem when she created that song? Because if you make that song and you're speaking about songs that you should not be speaking about, parts that you be speaking on, and we got to realize there's a billion some people on this earth, and we can do better than whatever you think we can do better than in. And that's the concept of how people try to throw their behavior energy on us and the picky mindset on others. The one thing a man got to realize, he got to have the mindset, he got to have loyalty, he got to have understanding. And he got to have what loyalty and understanding is mean. Don't let certain groups and behavior influence the way you want to direct your life. And that's where the mind's at, in the deception where women feel like they're not good enough of the principles of those things that plays the part of it in those formats and those things. Sky News was talking about, no, you have anger issues. You women is about what you want out of a man. The Lil Wayne plays the shorty you want a man that beats up on you. What do you understand? What type of that? I get tired of women talking and don't understand to talk about the definition of what they want. The definition of what they want and what they understand. The definition of what they want. And I'm going to have to get this dude right here. And I'm going to have to get one of these dudes for saying something that he wasn't supposed to say. And the concept of it. And those things and what those things is. So we got one more issue that we need to address to get a better person. But this topic is for behaviors and those format plans. But let's get to a lot of things in format where artists in this industry and all of the industry been taken away from me. And I had to find out a lot of things about the music industry and stupid behavior from Texas and the community of the music aligned and the DEA aligned and necessary and make a person not want to do business with the state of Texas at all. In the racist black community. And Boosie don't want me to leave here with that blueprint. He better stop. Because foreign leaders was watching me. He better stop. And communities being vindictive. And a black person, because they want to be selfish, to live up in a racist environment and put other artists. I don't care about your hit song. But one thing you're not going to stop me from doing, from growing. And I don't care about your hit song, and I don't care about all of the things that you talk about, Houston and none of them. But the definition of where we trying to go is growth. I can have plenty of hit songs beyond your means when I focus on the ambition of my determination or where I'm trying to go, right? And there's a lot of behavior going on. You know, I can see Slim Thugger getting frustrated in some of the videos of whatever those things is and how his spirit behavior. We seen Birdman getting frustrated. We seen Lil Kiki in interviews at a radio station, the way he was acting in a text message. When he started texting, he saw stuff. But people are putting their political on them. The DA know that Yellow Breezy in Houston was lying. They was in that mall, but we also know when I got out of jail that Yellow Breezy was gonna go in for stupidity. And he got back out, he started connecting and DFW. He was already working on something with Lil Flip to behave himself. So don't tell me where I know it's on that computer, man, in every county, every state. Now, if I don't get me, we're going to have a big problem with your black community is gonna stop tampering with stuff, man. There's a lot of bull crap that's going on in Houston. A lot of selfish lies that's going on. And the DEA knows, and their job is at risk for doing those things, for lying. And you want to take and where MetroCraft, I just sued MetroCraft for the beyond and the honesty of those things, of their behavior, because of black racism, man. And they trying to play me and do the things that they do. But let me tell you something. If you dealing with Governor Abbott, and Governor Abbott is a narcissist person, and him and his black and white, and they want to stick by rules, how can we understand it? The definition of it. Rules are meant to be broken when we got racial involved and businesses and communities. And we have those things in those format, right? We have those things in those formats. But Dallas put they racism behavior before anything. And it's the black mindset that got the problem with that. And look, I'm not trying to do this with Texas. I'm not trying to do this with America's stubborn lying behavior. I'm not trying to do this with them, man. I'm not trying to do this with them. And Big X Plug is asking for execution of the states. He asking for execution of the states. I know it's on that computer and your life is at jeopardy here. 1,000 of you niggas gonna be put to death in each state, each gang member. Ain't no coming back from this. I know it's on that computer and you don't need, I don't want you here. God don't want you here. No, but they do stuff to keep your jails running. But this time your jail will not run. Joe Biden will not keep a hatred, lying, black, and racism that show no love and want kids to be addicted by no, man. You gonna give me one, and they tried to break my mindset. We don't want business with Dallas. God don't want business with them. And we have to understand if God want no business with the deception out of the courtroom and out of Governor Abbott behavior, and people will tell will try to do that. And let me tell you what I know. All that stupid behavior of what's going on in this community. And they call me stupid. And I tell you, I want me. And I don't want no nigga that trying to jack me. Slim Thugger. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want no nigga that's with that bullshit taking them taking both sides of the situation here, man. Let's take care of some Slim Thugger. I want to tell you something. And T.I. can say what he want to say. I'm going to get what I want. I filed the civil rights against black racism in industry. And when I was able to get out of jail and I was able to do stuff before I went to jail, and when I get out, I was able to put $3,500 for each of my that I promote when I get out. But I'm not going to let Black and Boosie say, if you make it out, no. Yellow Breezy not going to keep his distance and not have no consequences for his actions. And the DA not have no consequences for their actions. With that lying nigga, y'all was being watched the whole time, partner. You and Houston, Jay Prince, and all the rest of y'all was being watched. And I'm not going to let this lying man in this lying city play with me. You get 30, and the Texas music office don't want to answer their phone when you dealing with other clients. No, God said, I'm the first priority, you racist piece of crap. You and your black racism. But let me tell you what I hate. I was sitting at a CP office in Dallas, and a black woman, not the one in South Dallas, of another tollway. Not the one when I talk, and a black woman said, if I invest in you and if I don't invest in you. But if God invests in me, a black person make it a problem. Black people make it a problem. Black people make it a problem. So the thing is, if I don't invest in, if God don't, if you don't want to invest, you want to have hatred as an artist and as a street organization, and a woman want to criticize. And I was at a CPS office, and we're gonna talk about that in 2019 and 2022 on the civil rights. I'm at a CPS office, and a black woman had the nerve to say, if I invest in you, no, but let me tell you, I'm not gonna let a black woman that want to put their energy in certain individuals, and if God want to put his investment in me, what is the problem for those things? What is the problem for those things? What is the understanding of those things in those formats of those situations? But I gotta allow a black woman to tell me, a black woman say, if I don't invest in you, but what if God want to invest in you? You gonna try to take that because your opinion, your racial opinion, and how you act toward other blacks? And I didn't like that. I didn't like that she rubbed my shoulder. She rubbed God. She rubbed God with her behavior. You know, she rubbed God with that. Now I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. And this happened too, and we're gonna talk about that when I file a civil rights claim on this other girl at the say. And I don't remember the address. They're the government. They know the address. They know it. They know the damn address. They ain't done by a long shot. They know the address. And that black woman want to say what she say. God said we can fight back in many ways. But we are not going to let a black woman, a black man and black woman say, if I invest in, but God is my investment. But that don't mean I work for something. That means God is going to put into my spirit to give me more confirmations of where I want to go. He didn't put it in my spirit when I was a kid, but he put it more into my spirit as I know for the temple can get more ambition for it can have the time that it needs to have time with. And that's the more coordinations and where we can have so much of where the foundations of those things, right? So as we do these things to understand it, how can we get where we're trying to understand in the format of those plans? So the qualification, the coordination of code, if God is going to put into me, how can I understand it? How can I, the definitions of those things and where we're trying to go? If I at Walmart, I'm working at Walmart. I'm working at 1216. One of the girls, that I go to the movie with Raymond, and I didn't respect that, and I walked off on that because her name Tamika, and we're gonna talk about this stuff right now. We're gonna talk about that stuff. We're gonna discuss some things, and we're gonna discuss some things because she said something about Hubert. A girl named Tamika, she worked at I had to cut all of them off when I cut Raymond off for saying what he didn't do to me. And I had to file a civil rights complaint on Walmart for your employees, and they know what they did. And for him, he ain't no friend, and I cut him off. But Tamika gonna say one night we working at Walmart, they do you like that because they don't know you judging because your narcissist black and white behavior. I walked off every time they said I couldn't do it. And that was the last strike that I can take from a black woman that work at a Walmart business that tell me you can't determine what I can do. And you a black racist narcissist with your other black. I'm not gonna let you determine that. And me and Tamika like, and she, but let me tell you something. Before I was not working at Walmart, we went at a movie there together. And I'm sitting at the movie theaters with her, and she's leaving, and I caught her spirit behavior, rolling her eyes some type of way. And I'm the movie in Grill with Tamika. And I'm like, hold up, I'm catching your behavior. You have a problem. And I'm catching yours, and she don't even know at the movie and Grills, my ex Walmart and co-worker that over there in part of Dallas, we at the movie and Grill, and she got up and Raymond's sitting right there, and I'm catching her spirit behavior. And I'm like, I'm not gonna let y'all determine what I can do and what I can be and how I can learn and what I can grow. I'm not gonna get the black race or the white race, anybody for that matter, to do that. I'm not gonna give you that. That's not what I'm gonna do. I don't regret walking off on them. I don't regret nothing I did. The greatest thing I did is walked off on 1216, but it helped me grow more. Because when I got back to 2996, Robert got scared. And like, if they look at that camera, when I first met Robert, and when I first met him, we was in the meat department. And the business taught me at Toys R Us, it closed down. And I remember him telling me, Hugo, I'm trying to teach you something. I was able to let him in the back room. I was able to take when he taught me something, and I was able to use what he taught me to use and he was disturbed to see how fast I was getting those pallets away. You should have seen his spirit behavior. Even the other management, that the other store people that came from other stores, the behavior that came from other Walmart stores, the other managers that came from other stores at night that seen me work in the eggs department, the milk department, and the behavior of these people. Robin was terrified. I'm gonna tell you, Robin was terrified. And we in the meat department, and some and everybody said, Hugo, we miss you. And Tabitha and them came up in there, and everybody was coming up in there. And Robert was scared. If they look at that camera behind, when we first met Robert, he looked terrible. His behavior, his spirit behavior went off the chain. This man, and then he gonna say, this is not a good, no, God said this is not a good place for you because I see your spirit. I see what you are. You are scared coward. That's scared that somebody gonna come and take your position while you been a narcissist, racism, and you mad because somebody got ambition and want to grow more, and that scares you. That scares you. That scares you. And it scares some of these Walmart employees, these managers. It scares some of them. That's what scares them. It scares them. So it scares this man. So it scares this man. And you got to understand what that, it scares them in the Holy Spirit because you don't know ambition. You don't know growth. It scares people because they want to control the narrow of the power of where the ability to grow in the creation that's in a job, the business, the school, the same way of those things. And what these things is. So the narrower of those things, the ability of what you're talking about to understand those things, right? I'm sitting at who's at the it's over there in Dallas towards Addison and Movie and Grills. It's towards that Addison is towards that, and I call her spirit behavior. I call Tamika spirit behavior, and I'm like, hold up, you looking some type of way, and I'm gonna tell you again, I'm not gonna let you tell me what I can't do and what I can't learn and what I can't be. That's not what I'm gonna let you Walmart narcissists of black do what you does and what the white and y'all coming together about those things. So we have to understand those things in those format, right? Let me tell you, God said this. God said this because other women got a problem with this, but they don't know how to treat a man. You can have women from other states saying this and all of them. One thing, you 35, 40 years old, and you 35, you're 25 years old, and you 35 years old. But if a man talk about dating 18 and 19 or not discuss these things, she got to be in church. And you got to be in there with her family, and you got to understand those things, right? The conversation with that. I'd rather sit up there and get a church girl that got enough common sense and her parents there, but you women are so busy being picky and not determine an outcome, but you'll criticize because you so busy out there stalling and doing stupid behavior. But if I'm in church and I'm in 18, 19, that was so what? Their parents, I sit at their family, sit with the church. So what? What's the problem with those matters and how you women act? You street women that want to do what you want and don't know how to treat a man. That don't know how to treat a man. So don't get mad. I let the chips fall where it falls. And Joe Biden and Trump was watching me with that guy Kelly. Another teenager said they will wait for me. That Joe Biden ain't dumb. None of them not dumb. But these dumb Texas around here act like they got a bigger problem than anything. I started communicating with the community about the website, but Yellow Breezy, he give a little flip. I don't want to do no business with that, man. You betray that code. And then I know it's on that computer. Give me. I want me, man. And these niggas being sneaky. Break bread with homies. I don't break bread with homies that lie and take sides in this industry, nigga. Like Jake Prince and them, y'all doing what y'all doing with Boosie. Yeah, I can't break bread with a liar, homie. God said we can't break bread with people. And I'm going to say on the same right, God in the industry. I'm going to say I can't break bread with liars in this industry. And Jay Prince, and then no, God don't want to break bread with you. And this Texas dude coming with a Texas state, God don't want to break bread with you, man. We don't want to break bread with dishonesty and dishonor. We break bread with honesty. And Jay Prince and Houston and Boosie, they on that fake stuff, man. I know this industry. And you give me mine. And these niggas steady with that sneaky stuff, man. Watching and observing. And I know when my heavens are being tampered with. Your mind and your spirit is being rigged. I told you I was going to penalize you every time. I told you that. But Jay Prince messed up and Boosie and them messed up. And I say, BG, you better wake up. You don't think when BG made that song CNN, you had other government agents watching him on there? Boy, you just a platform. You ain't nothing. And what's it? Boosie just a stupid. I say, BG, they waiting on you. They don't care what year it is. They don't care how to turn. And you touch them, you do something that you don't supposed to do. you ain't gonna be in jail. You're gonna be put to death. As soon as you get, and as soon as something happens, everybody's coming from underneath that seat. It ain't nobody paying the lawyer, ain't nobody paying the judge. None of those things that you so-called understand. I want was mine. And we ain't taking it, you get $3,500 for each of your songs that you promote. Don't play me like that, homie. And these women trying to get close to me after they didn't play the game. I don't want to break bread with you in Dallas, man. I'm watching you. You're stomping on holy grounds. You are stomping on holy grounds. I penalized you 3 times earlier. Yesterday. You are stepping on holy grounds. You are stepping on the kingdom on holy ground. You had, like Lil Flip, I love that song that Squad, I was mad at my Squad Up song, my Squad Up. I was mad at my Squad Up for not responding back to you on that diss song that you made against Squad Up. I was mad at them because if they was with Wayne, it would have been more harder. But I don't think they responded back to you. You did a Lil Flip diss. You have no loyalty. Texas have no loyalty to God. Let's use your diss song as an understanding. When you say Texas have no loyalty to God, when you say loyalty, right, Slim Thugger? I want you to know when you did a Squad Up diss. Slim Thugger, Squad Up diss. You have no loyalty, right? But Texas had no loyalty to God to get his child, the enemy in Dallas, Texas, have no loyalty. They betray that code. So if you talk about loyalty, I'm gonna use this on your 2020 diss and Squad Up, right? You probably made it a long time ago. You made it a long time ago. You didn't diss and made it. You made it a long time ago. So I understand, but we're gonna use this as a situation in those things of when Wayne started to venture out of Squad Up and you made it. But Texas have no loyalty to God. And they betraying those things. So I'm a big and everybody was mad. I know everybody was mad when the Squad Up broke up and everybody had their differences. But one thing people need to know, Lil Wayne is sitting on the mastermind with everything that he do. He's sitting on the mastermind with the Young Money and Squad Up, and Birdman sitting on that thing with Cash Money, Hot Boys. He's sitting on a lot, he's sitting on a lot of platforms that they don't know how to use, right? So when we go to the civil rights, when we say Texas have, you said something on your song, let this use God said what you said. What you said on your song, right? You said Squad Up have no loyalty. Texas and America have no loyalty. The streets have no loyalty to God. They lie and say Birdman said something. Birdman put his hand on the Bible on MTV, but he don't live by that, because how can you tell another man who cares what you think? God cares what I think. He cares. We don't want to keep talking about. I had a dream. I got into this argument with this guy in this dream. I said, where was God at where was God in the president when my son died? Right? Where was God in the president when my son died? Right? And when I sat in that computer, and just the definition of that, when I sat, after I got into an argument with him, I went into my cell. And he started banging on the window, say, that's all you got to say? And you tell one argument, you just gonna leave? Because I'm not trying to argue with you about my faith. I'm not trying to get in a violent confrontation with you about my faith and my belief in my God. And I remember I pressing the button and say I gotta wait a couple of hours to get somebody to help me in Dallas County. So after I waited, I laid down, I put the cover over my head, and I told God 20 times, if you was here, I still won't deny you, still won't deny you. I said it 20 times. I drifted off for a while. I dreamed that I was in the same cell, and that this is a true story. And you can ask God when I was in the medical tent, because I was like, this is a true story. You can ask the security guards the day. You can ask them. I was pressing that button, so you can ask them the meaning of those things or what I'm talking about. I put the cover over my head. I started to drift it off for a while, and I dreamed about I was in a cell, and I didn't see body and I didn't see spirit. It told me to get up. If I called God's name 20 times and it told me to get up, how can you understand it? But this person can say, Birdman that put his hand on the Bible can say this and this and that. And those things could be the qualification of where those standards at. Right in those formats, right? To understand those things. So what is the difference between that? And you made this song in 2006, right? And those things, and look, my connection, Trap Boy Freddy, he can lie all he wants. But my bond with people matters the most than what his fiction that he tells. His fiction that he tells every day. My bond with the people I connected with in Chicago, New York, Detroit, and that's gonna get ruined because of boosted lies, off a lie. I mean, I talked to a lot of people in California. I hope you make it. You know what I'm saying? One guy in California, he built fences. He's a Mexican. And I asked him, and he said he deal with a lot of workers that don't like to listen. I said, I'm gonna work at it. I don't mind you fussing at me. I'm gonna work at it each and every day. And he said, Hubert, don't get mad if I don't follow you or anything. But he said, I hope you make it because, and he told me when he laying fences down for people in California, and he doing this, and I'm talking to him off of Live Me, we have that coordination and have those understandings around that, right? And those things are what that, you don't want me to leave here with that blueprint. Bruce better correct his thing, because if I leave here, you out of a career. Your hip hop is ruined. Your radio station is ruined. And the deal has already been, Trump and them already, and Joe Biden already did what they did. So we know how university is getting their money. We know how all of you. You don't want me to leave here because your radio station will be ran out. Beyonce said something, it need more people like you. But let me tell you something. What I mean about it, because apartment complex got to do with this idea. Schools and other people got to do it. You will be, your career, your hip hop culture will be gone. Your country, your pop, everything that you do will be gone. Radio station will no longer exist. You will go out of business. I need you to think really quick of what you're doing here. If you're going to lie, I need you to understand. Bruce is going to lie. If I leave here, you can kiss your career bye soon. It doesn't matter how much of music you put out there, because how the radio station do it, trust me, they will lose this battle. They will lose this battle. And the gym, the dancer is going to be able to, the creation and the dance woman is going to be able to have more flexible restructure. The dance teams and dance rooms and gyms is going to be restructured. You don't want me to leave here. He better be very cautious about what he say and what he lied about. Texas and America have no loyalty to God. Industry will lie. But Birdman said he believed in God, but he put another person's faith down. And he said, who cares what I think? God cares what I think, man. And that all that matter, but you got somebody that putting their hand on the Bible. That's putting their hand on the Bible on MTV Cribs. How can you? They've been watching the whole time, buddy. You don't got nothing to say. I need you to look at the facts, Birdman, to look at Trump got all of y'all in those documents. Kevin Gates, all of you. All of you in those documents. Your behavior from 2019, all of you in those documents. All of y'all in those documents. Jay Prince think he haven't been seen. Every time he interacted with Boosie, he got something. Trade the truth. I'm not bluffing about it. You think I'm bluffing? Look at when Trump was down here at the American Alliance Center. Who you think exposed those sex files? I need you to know something. BG said something about somebody using me. No, BG getting used. I need you to pay attention real quick to what is going on here. You see, if I wouldn't have reached out about how Social Security would treat me, none of this wouldn't have happened. My effort, my energy. But Yellow Breeze and them want to lie and Boosie, and then he talking about, oh no, as soon as something happened, ain't nobody taking no charges and say, oh, I did it. No, all of you is involved. Everybody going down for being a conspiracy and being a part of it. Guilty by association of racism behavior in Houston and Dallas, by racism at the Black community and Black hip hop. So the same people that's sitting up there with Jay Prince and BT and Jay Prince in Houston, I told BT cut the check. So Jay Prince want to sit up there and laugh and smile in Houston, and Drake say, I know it's on that computer. And everybody's life is the career and job is at risk. So the thing is this, I know it's on that computer. I want me. And that's all I'm asking for. And your enemy is stepping on holy grounds. And God say, net this use afraid to your environment on the civil rights. You talked about on your song when you just squat up on a little flip, you have no loyalty. God said you have no loyalty to me and to your American flag and to God, not just to your American, to the spirit of God, the spirit of the Creator. You have nothing. Boosie can lie all he wants, and he can keep lying. But Trump and the DEA know the truth. Andrew from New York know the truth. He can lie. Y'all can take each other's side. As soon as one of those bullets come my way, all of y'all been arrested, and y'all never gonna see the dealer. I know what's on that computer. A murder happened with a woman. A woman killed his baby daddy, her baby daddy, and she told him she was going to be in jail for the rest of her life. When I tell you, you're going to be put to death for no bond, everybody involved me, but Jay Prince and them, and we have a problem. Boosie are a liar, and nobody wants to deal with that man. Just like when Paul Wall came out with a song called No Apology. I sue you for that. I sue you for racism words of a Black organizations. I sue you for those things. I sue you for the concept of those things, to understand those things of the bigger purpose and the bigger goal here. You think you're going to get away, or the words that were said in counting? When God told Moses to tell his people to paint the wall with blood, he knew the non-believer was going to be amongst the believers. He know all of these things of what's going on. He know these things, right? You can't wait from South Dallas and Oak Cliff and Houston, all of y'all, to call me out my name. You scared of your little brother MO3, you dummy, you retarded. God said, I'm not scared of nobody. But you scared of God because you don't understand God, right? That's the difference between the understanding of those confirmation codes. So what we're gonna do today, Slim Thugger, I love your music. I love your music. I love your music. But when I called MO3 Yellow Breezer manager, he said something with all that threat. He threatened me on the song. When they lied, you got to understand all that shit. Okay, he threatened me racism of his black organization, and you when you throw threats at me, then you expect me not to do it, and you got a gun in your video, and you doing racist black crap, and expect me not to respond back to those things. How can we understand it? But you the one that destroy another black person. But it's right that Trader Truth can sit up there and people with Black Lives Matters, but I can't fight when my Social Security neglected, turned to me, and did me wrong. Y'all black people making organizations where you're just fighting for your side, but what gives you the right to tell other people of what they can't stand up for? And just because they standing up for something, they can't be a part of your organization and be a part of those things you so understand. Who are you to say that? You're not God. See, and the heaven of God and God world is not just a spiritual realm. Everybody got a theory about us being caveman turning into animals. We were put on this earth. We wasn't put on it. Our great ancestors and our grand ancestors way, but you probably don't even know. Your family tree just go on this earth. But your family tree go in space in the universe. That's something that's deeper. That what you can't understand. Your creators know these things. The reason why you can't see where the spirit go when nobody can see it. The president can't even see that. You know why they can't see where? Because we all grew up on Final Destination, Final Fantasy, and we grew up on Marvel. But nobody can see where the spirit can go because you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted with that kind of power. You can't be trusted. With that kind of power. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite show, man. But the radar of those things. But this person for Dallas saying people names, dissing people, let me tell you, y'all have hatred. Y'all have hatred in which you think you understand in your hatred moment of why things are being done, because the hatred out of it, the understanding, the hatred out of everything that you talk about. But the thing is, the architect of you is a billionaire. You don't think Joe Biden, God see through other people's eyes and watching Joe Biden mindset? You don't think all of these presidents are being watched and these senators are being watched between God's eyes? God said, I sit 1,000 feet away from my gates. I got an angel on the left and an angel on the right. Right? And Jesus in the middle, I'm on the left and my mama in there. But the thing is, with those situations, how you doing? Thank you. With those situations, with those things is, and we are talking about the format and the foreplan of those things of what we're talking about here. God see out of his angel's eyes. All of you mindset is being watched. And it might got vindictive mindsets in the government, but don't think God creator is not watching how they behave. Everything is being watched and understood more than you ever know. Those things, how can you go behind your means and do what you need to do to go beyond your means to get where you're trying to go, right? But I'm warning them, they are messing with holy grounds. They are messing with holy grounds. And I'm warning them, they are messing with holy grounds. Let me tell you, Slim Thugger can have his little lies. No, not Slim Thugger. Boosie can have his racist lies. I don't even want to be on the same building as him. So, let me tell you something. God said, this is about Social Security, and I don't care what he got to say. I really don't care. And I told, you know Beyonce, right? You know Beyonce, Slim Thugger. I need you to reach out to Beyonce, and Beyonce is going to reach out to Obama and Michelle Obama and ask them if they was watching me or not and watching y'all behavior. Ask them what you're talking about. Ask them. Reach out to Beyonce, man. Reach out to Beyonce, and Beyonce gonna reach out to Michelle Obama. Boosie was being watching. He trying to lie and do it. Ask him. Make that call to Beyonce. Make that call to Beyonce, and Beyonce even ask Hillary Clinton, Taylor. Make that call to Beyonce. I told him to make that call to Beyonce, man. Make that call to Beyonce. Tell Cardi B. We got tell Cardi B to reach out to Andrew. I got Cardi, reach out to Andrew at the governor and ask him that question. Reach out to him because y'all think Boosie think he really that slick to lie and tell lies. Reach out to Cardi B. I got you on YouTube. Cardi B, find somebody that can reach out. I know you powerful, Cardi B. I know you powerful. And I know you know powerful people too. Find somebody that can reach out to Andrew. Andrew in New York, the New York governor that stepped down. Find somebody that can reach out to him. And you can be, and I can give you a great understanding of what I'm talking about here. So can you understand those theories, that the concept of what you're talking about here? You stepping over by and you know all of these is. You know, so I want to tell people this. Hey, the truth should set Texas free. You talking about the truth should set you free. The truth should set Texas free. I want all of me. But I'm not going to play this game with you. God said rules was crossed by community leaders and by racism and Nazi. I felt like I was when I walked in Bronx, I felt like I was in an episode of life with black and white acting up. I feel like I was in an episode of the movie Life. I felt like I was in the damn movie Life with black and white behavior. I felt like that. When you talk about the truth, God said the truth should set you free. I felt like I was in an episode Man, y'all don't know how I feel when I went in there to get some water. I feel like I was in an episode of Damn Life, and black and white, and them acting up in that register. I said, what the fuck going on with this racist shit going on? This is a Martin movie right here, Eddie Murphy movie, when they got black and white and Mexican in the same business. I done went to plenty of problems in my communities, but that's the dumbest one. Like literally, I had to by my school, McDonald's. That's the dumbest one in that community. The Brahms and McDonald's, the dumbest organization in that community. And then they try to break my mindset, and the DEA and who had their eyes on the quarterback. And I told them to look at the cameras. Who had their eyes on the quarterback? And I'm asking for Judge Kennedy to arrest and her to be removed. Now, when I go to court on the 28th, and I'm going to make sure I got this on the civil rights paper and give them my reference number. And if I be arrested for stupid Governor Abbott lying behavior, your Texas me, y'all broke the code. They broke the code. One guy, he talking about they broke the code by racism of black hip-hop communities. Now, God said, I don't got time for this. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. My phone is going to be off, and I'm going to come with my civil rights complaint. Governor Abbott can be stupid if he won't. I'm from New Orleans, but Texas, my CFB been my home too. Like, but right now, we got the belief system here. Shoot, you need to tell Walmart, y'all talking about the truth which set y'all free. Y'all need to tell Dylan Miller and his employees to stop lying. His Walmart racist family to stop lying. Hey, are you talking about truth? The truth should set, but they had the balls to have an informant in them. See, y'all looking at the y'all people. God said, we're trusting. Y'all had the balls to have that in them. You really think I didn't hear what he said? And then in the doctor's office, the informant was up in there in 2019, acting up mindset behavior of the Jamaicans, of the blacks. And this guy right here, and this guy right here, he dumber than you see, they don't know how to network. They don't know how to network. I've been networking this same guy right here that's getting on here. I've been networking since 2009, but I've been networking in 2019 even bigger. Hey, I told BG he better wake up to see the manipulation in the line that's coming out of Yellow Breeze and his people and out of Dallas. Your facts are not adding up. Because at the same time, I was told when y'all started buffooning yourself, I was told to get on my disability. And the same time y'all was buffooning yourself in the community. So if they look up, if our government look up when I was going to get my evaluation done at the place and look at the time, all this was going up when I was going to my local office at my Social Security office. I need you to do your facts, Slim Thugger, and see what Dallas lying, people in Yellow Breeze and Trap Boy Freddy and boosting them live. God said, I'm telling you to peak game. Peak game out of J Prince. Peak game. God said, I need you to peak game, man. Peak game out of boosting them. God said, I need you to open your eyes, man. It's not adding up. I need you to find out all of the facts not adding up, Slim Thugger. Hey, God said you got an eye. God said I created you. You got eyes and you got a spirit. And you're not reading, you know, do your resource. Hey, you laughing. Hey, the same person that's laughing. See, y'all making me do much of thing on the civil rights. This is what we should be telling our kids and bullies. We should be telling our kids how to deal with bullying on social media. How to deal with bullying, racial behavior, laughing behavior, bullying, cyberbullying, laughing. Wait, I got your thing. Yeah, stop being sarcastic. Get money, stop the way he be a baby. He be drink. See, Spark Dog did a drop from Arizona on MySpace. It's surprised when Rhino said I didn't go hard back and see baby see that he can get a piece of the. That's the difference between lying people and people trying to lie in this community. See, baby C come back when he called Mirza in an internet gangster. See, me and Rhino, Charlie boyfriend, we on MySpace when Spark Dog laid a thing for him. Who you think on my song cover? Who you think on go to MirzaCavalic? Who you think on my song cover? Who you think on my song cover? All right. And you gonna go, who you think on my song cover? And talking about me. Who you think? All right, I got a video. Who you think on my song cover? The reason why that song was made because I'm on a computer. The reason why that song was made because at the time I'm a big Lil Romeo fan. Don't get me mad. Don't get me mad. Because when I was in New Orleans, Wish You Hit a Wood, I never saw Lil Romeo in there, but I realized his dad was keeping them out of that situation when I was in New Orleans. So the reason why that song was made because of that. So when Spark Dog and Rhino said I didn't go, when Charlie Boy Rhino was on, we was on MySpace and said I didn't go hard, and I had to look at the message from Rhino, and I like, hold up, all right, so we're gonna come together with those things to understand it, right? To understand those things. So hey, I don't want to do no business with these people, man. It's getting to the point that the DEA knows and they put me in situations. And I ain't scared, but I don't want to eat with you, man. You the most hateful, lying, black in a generation. They need God, man. They really do need God. They need to go find them some and I don't want that hate on me. So I'd rather be finding some people that's being creative, go to Frisco Mall and find some people that were like-minded, and I was so much hatred in it. And South Dallas said I'm alive. God said, you better watch what you say. And you better stay away from me. You better watch what you say because you're doing distortions and you taking away from me. You better watch what you say, you fake rapper that's abusing the system. You better watch what you say. You better watch what your fake stuff say to me. Nobody wins in this situation, Slim Thugger. Nobody wins in this situation. I know something. Nobody wins. Your black community is acting like a dummy. In South Dallas, and I don't even want to be around it, dog. I won't do no business with her. She the most dummy, and all the dummies that are beyond dummies. Oh, God said, and when I filed the civil rights, see, the thing is, when I was fighting the Social Security battle, and Supreme Court just gave me my answer, but in a different way, in different avenues. In different avenues, right? So they hear my case out every year. They hear a case out. The Texas Supreme Court really don't have a power. But if you want something, because I realized I couldn't go to the Texas Supreme Court because of politics and because of Governor Abbott's behavior and the community leaders. So if I really wanted to make that impact, and this got something to do with every state. When I called one of the center offices, and they called me back and they said this is a Texas problem. No, when you're dealing with Social Security, this is a United States problem. Because when you're talking to a Social Security, I found out that they got a Social Security in Mexico. So you've been stealing in a major way, right? You black individuals. Oh yeah, trust me. But our black people got the balls to say, if I don't invest, God gonna invest in me. But I don't need to be around these black street people or none of them, right? But Kevin Gates trying to remove me from family where I know what I know, and he's doing what he does. That ain't gonna play him, man. When you play both sides, partner, it ain't gonna play him. I'm sorry to tell you, your mind game tactics, your different techniques, tactics, is not gonna get here to remove somebody. You know, people say, since you talked about me on the song, Kevin Gates and Lil Baby and them talked about me, why they not here to help? I don't need you. My thing is to keep my mind together. I don't need you. That's my thing. Do you have a Get Money Stop the way you bear, baby? I don't need you. My thing is to keep my mind together. I know what's on that computer. I want me. That's all I'm asking for. And the DEA and the legislators will be arrested. The Houston mayor and the Houston governor, all arrested them. Every county will be arrested. The judge will be arrested. And we better have new judges, all 100 judges from Houston to Dallas to everybody. Hey, trust me. I know more than I know. You laughing. Girl, your belief system. Come on. See, what's this thing? Yeah, come on. You look like a doctor, I know. But you laughing, right? This ain't funny. So, Angelica, that was your name? Angelica? That's what I'm pronouncing right? The courtroom tried to play me with racism. Why they tried to call me stupid, right? The community. And then trying to say, oh, he played now. You play like you dumb. You play like you dumb. God said, hey, I better see a smiley face. That's what I'm talking about. That one woman, she want to laugh. I said, you got to laugh on your face, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to file a civil rights complaint on your laugh. To deal with cyber bullets and time. And all these things going on in this format, right? God said we have to stay strong in the mind behind other people's behavior.